Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube tech guy. Hey guys, so today we are doing the review for the TicWatch S2 and E2 smartwatches. Now, this is my first dip back into Android Wear, or what's now known as Wear OS, in a long time. That's how long it's been. I actually hadn't used Wear OS since before the name change. And it was a really interesting ability to actually get into it again and see just how it worked. Now, the biggest thing about these watches are, I think they are the best ones if you want a Wear OS watch, or even just a smartwatch under $200, because they pretty much have everything you need with everything at this price point should offer. So first and foremost, you have things like heart rate detection, GPS, all that kind of fun stuff. The navigation is pretty simple as it has been before, but it definitely got tuned up a little bit. All your notifications on the bottom. On the right side, you have all of your health stuff. If you press a button, you get all of your apps. And then at the top, you have things like battery saving mode, brightness, theater mode, things like that nature. And really, this watch fits all those buckets. The most important thing I would also say is that it has a 2-day battery life for both of these watches. And that's really good because Wear OS before, I literally could only have 1 day on any of the smartwatches that I use. And that was including Fossil, it was including LG, all these different watches that I had went through early on never lasted more than a day. So these lasting a solid 2 days is actually not just advertised, it actually is as I experienced, which is rare. Now, what are the differences between the two? Well, you have the E2 and the S2, and the only real difference is with the E2 you have a slimmer bezel, with the S2 you have a bit more ruggedness, and that is also the other difference, is you have a little bit more ruggedness, more durability in terms of military grade drop with the S2 as opposed to the E2. For that difference you get a $20 bump up, $179 to $159. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, I would say as well, because there is one glaring issue, I would say, that's not Wear OS's fault, and that is the charger that it comes with. I understand different companies want to save money in certain ways, and under $200 for a smartwatch is a really good price, but this is just unacceptable. It's a magnet that's not very strong, but more so it doesn't have a micro USB plug-in or even yet better, a Type-C connection, which I understand at this price point you might not get Type-C, but you at very least need a micro, just because this cable is so small, it's not even worth it. And I understand not coming with your own power cord, but then fine, give us a micro USB so we can easily connect it, just because I hate smartwatches that do this. I understand it's for the price, but in my experience, it's just not an excuse. So that's probably the biggest downside I would say about this. Now, the other downsides come with Wear OS itself. I feel that the apps have gotten better, but still not as intuitive. I love having Google Assistant on there. It's very easy, simple to use. Although it did have some glitches in terms of telling me I was in San Diego when my phone and everything where I was Los Angeles. So take that with a grain of salt. I will say though, it's nice to have GPS for your maps built in on your wrist and everything of that nature. This does work with iOS as well, so if you do want an alternative to an Apple Watch for $200, this is a really good one to go by. So the reason why I say this is the best Wear OS watch that most people should buy is because of this. Yes, there are more expensive Wear OS watches that might look more fashionable, but if you just want a smartwatch, this is pretty much the best one at $200 that gives you everything you need. Heart rate, GPS, 2-day battery life, really good screen quality, and just everything that Wear OS has to offer. Sure, you might get other bells and whistles, different looks and styles with different smartwatches in Wear OS, but all in all, for $200, this takes care of everything you basically need. Now, again, I would like to see more improvements with Wear OS, just not better watch faces, more things that you can do with them. I find that my Galaxy Watch still has better watch faces all in all, and it's been around longer, but things like that still need to improve. The app integration I think is getting better and better. Battery life is getting better. I would still want to see it hit 4-day mark eventually, but as long as we get at least 2 days, I think that's a perfect sign of a smartwatch. It just shows you can go away for a weekend and not need to bring your charger. And again, this charger was one of the biggest gripes I had with this. So I think if you were looking for a smartwatch under $200, this is pretty much the one you should go with, especially if you're looking for Wear OS to work with both Android and Apple. I would choose it over a lot of these fitness watches that are trying to be smartwatches. This is a lot more all around good quality in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is great budget, but also really good value? Are you looking for a smartwatch right now? Which smartwatches are you looking out for that I should review? Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.